Good morning, everybody. Happy snowy weekend. I'm your host, Charlie Kennedy with Vail Valley Live, and we are going to bring you all the details, what's coming up this summer here in Vail, and we're going to take a look back at all the best bits from Vail Valley Live. Vail Valley Live starts now.
Good morning and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Cameron here in the studio, checking in with you live on our weekend edition. We've got Charlie in Vail Village and Ty Diaz standing by in Lion's Head. Got a lot to cover on the show today. So much to get to. Like Charlie said, we're going to talk about what's coming up this summer, this weekend, next week, as we wrap up the ski and riding season here in the valley. May 1st is closing day for Vail. Beaver Creek is already closed, so just a few more days to enjoy some spring skiing. So if you're into that, make sure you get out there. Just a few more days left of that. The weather right now this weekend looking pretty good. We got some snow coming in and snow this weekend. And do you see the logo there on the screen? The weather this morning is brought to us by the outlets at Silverthorne, where you can find elevated savings just 45 minutes away from us here in the valley. But yeah, taking a look at snowfall, we're projecting this weekend up to 9 inches of snow Saturday through Monday in Vail and the next 6 to 10 days. So really wrapping up the month of April, even more snow on the way. 5 inches cumulative in the next 6 to 10 days, Friday the 29th through Monday the 2nd of May. So some spring snow is in the air. Looking at our extended forecast. Oh, here we go. Looking at the traffic and just general conditions out there. Feels like 27. We'll see a range this weekend from, mid to low 20s up to even low 40s. But traffic looks to be moving smoothly. Kind of snow on the ground. It's awful late, but we're not complaining to have that moisture in the atmosphere and on the ground in this season. You see here on the screen, extended forecast, like I said, kind of that range, low to mid 20s up to low 40s. Tuesday, however, wow, going to be gorgeous. Blue sky, sunny day on Tuesday, high of 58. So we'll get through the snow this weekend, and then we've got a beautiful week ahead of us. So we thank you for joining us this morning and this weekend on Vail Valley Live, the weekend edition. And if you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, be sure to join the chat, chime in, check in with us. And, of course, if you're watching on Outside TV Channel 17, we appreciate you joining us. So, Charlie is in Vail Village. Ty is in Lion's Head. Let's see.
Ty?
Yeah, let's go to Ty. Let's check in with Ty, see how he's doing. Good morning to you, Ty. Looking a little frosty out there this weekend.
This weekend, it kicked off great. Cameron, good morning to you, and good morning to the Vail Valley Live viewers. And as Cameron shared with you, you can interact with us live on the show if you care to. But watching us live and streaming live, you can find that throughout. Well, we're going to take a break, but you can find that when we come back for the summer. This is our wrapping up of the season, our pilot winter. We thank you very much for tuning in with us. But the weekend kicked off 4 inches of snow reported on Vail Mountain, kicking off Saturday morning that way. 5 at Copper Mountain, 4 at Arapahoe Basin, keeping snow in our forecast. And what a great way to wrap up the season as Vail is extended to May 1st. But this weekend is also, love this, the end of paid parking at Vail. So as we have this additional week remaining until the season ends, free parking at Vail. Has anyone ever had that, or has it been years since free parking at Vail during winter season with slope access? This, I think, would be a first in a very long time. Lots to say there.
You could cut your cost of skiing in half without having to pay for parking practically. Now, Ty, I understand you got out on the slopes, did a little riding yourself this week. How are conditions holding up? What can people expect if they're out and about this coming weekend?
So wild. I made it out there on Thursday, and it was really nice. I did one of the 2 o'clock attempts of the day. I was following a buddy of mine's lead who posted on social media, Ryan Kelsey. He says 10 to 1 is the sweet spot to hit the slopes for spring conditions. But 2 o'clock, 2:30, going on 3 on Thursday, Fantastic. And what was really nice, I started right here at the Eagle Bond Gondola number 19, made my way up to 10,350 feet above sea level, traversed down to Chair 2, didn't pass by a soul on those treks through there. Practice Parkway, dropped down to Chair 2, ran into some people. Now, there were some beginners and some learning happening at the top of Chair 19 in the Adventure Ridge area. So still some activity through there. Made my way down to Chair 2, and maybe 2 or 3 people were making their way in there, but not waiting in line at all. The views were fantastic. The terrain was moving at the rate of speed that I prefer and enjoy for spring, and safely at that. Making my way to the top of Chair 2, looking into all the views. Of course, I turned on my live feed camera, recorded, did some Facebook social media reporting of where I am, and I felt like I was in a Will Smith movie, I Am Legend, when I dropped into Lodgepole, how when he was in New York and no one was around, so he went to the pier and sent out a radio broadcast. If anyone's out there, I meet here every day at noon. I am Legend. And so I told that story to someone else, and they called me Ty M Legend. And that was my Thursday on the slopes, where I pretty much had the mountain to myself in most areas that I attempted. And it was fantastic, the terrain. Just to let you know that.
Ty, we're going to have to add that to your roster of nicknames. Ty M Legend. It's like, we won't repeat some of the other ones on air, but you got
down there
the collection.
A few names before, yes. I've been called a few names.
I love it. Well, Ty, we'll check back in with you throughout the show. Stay warm out there. And we'll be checking in with Ty over in Lion's Head. But we saw Charlie at the top of the show over in Vail Village. Emma, is Charlie... Are they up and ready? Let's see if we can check in with them. Oh, look at that view over at Gondola 1. Let's see. Charlie, can you hear us?
I can hear you, yeah. Hi, guys. Good morning. It's
Good morning.
snowing. It's beautiful. It's 29 degrees here today, this morning on this weekend. And, yeah, it's beautiful here at Gondola 1 in Vail Village. Nobody around, just the gondola workers, that's all.
Gotcha. Well, Charlie, we're going to come back to you in just a minute. I know your audio and your video are being a bit funky this morning. But hey, we hope you're having fun with us. We've got quite the show ahead of us. We mentioned we're talking about the summer and everything coming up. Stick around after the break. We'll get into that and more.
Xterra, apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit xterraplanet.com today. Enter the promo code CHECK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off regularly priced merchandise.
Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody.
Never be afraid of your strength, because your body is capable of amazing things. Own your strength and see how far it takes you. Tonal, be your strongest.
You deserve more from your steak. You deserve the only steak that's guaranteed to be perfect. Every single time. At Omaha Steaks, we're delivering old school quality with a now school mentality. That means aging every steak for tenderness, carefully hand carving, and obsessing over every last detail, so you never second guess a single bite. For a limited time, get 4 free chicken breasts and 4 free pork chops with your order. Go to omahasteaks.com/TV today. You deserve this.
Welcome back, folks. Cameron here in the studio, weekend edition of Vail Valley Live. We're going to jump into some headlines, but they're brought to us by Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. We appreciate them for all their support this season, bringing us the headlines and also some delicious, very hot coffee. And you can find them in Minturn at their roastery location, of course, in Beaver Creek. They're at the base of Chair 6 Centennial. We've got lovely pastries, coffee, tea. Maybe if you're in the mood for that, but be sure to enjoy that. But jumping into our headlines this weekend, a couple really cool stories want to make sure we bring to you. And of course, the first of which is the weekend storms. So looking ahead to this weekend and the weather that we're expecting. Open snow is projecting 11 inches this weekend, and high winds. So be sure to be careful and cautious out there. It is late in the season, so if you're out skiing or riding, the weather conditions may affect your visibility. So be sure you're really careful and cautious. Plan for your day. The wind also is really going to have an effect on fire season. So we're reminded of fire danger locally, and we're really cautious here in the valley. With dry conditions coming up, the snow banks and the snow pack is perhaps not as thick or deep as it typically is, and as such, with the high winds, dry conditions, it's perfect storm for fire danger. So do be careful and cautious. Keep an eye out. You'll see as you exit any of the roundabouts here in Avon and other places as well, you'll see the fire danger meter. Be sure to take note of that. If you're going out camping, be sure you're aware of any fire bans or anything like that. And if you're getting out and hiking this summer, beautiful, beautiful trail, the Booth Lake Trail over at Booth Falls there in East Vail. They're doing some renovations in the parking area to add a restroom facility. And the result of that is there will be very limited, if any, parking at all over at the trailhead, the Vail Mountain School, this summer. So adding a restaurant, doing some renovations there, but be sure to make your way there without parking. So park in the structure in the village, take the bus. Beautiful story here about some of our Olympians. This is about Tess Johnson, and just a beautiful story on her. And you see the quote there, and in some of the best times there will be the worst times. So talking about her experience as an Olympian, just processing this past season. And I think that does it for our headlines today. This weekend, there's lots happening out and about. Be sure to pick up the paper to check out any other stories and fun events. Let's see if we can check in with Ty.
No, I think we should try Charlie.
Oh, let's try to go back to Charlie.
Maybe.
We're going to try it. Charlie's having a little bit of technical fun. Not sure if they've been quite resolved yet. Not quite. You can hear Barry camera operating for Charlie.
We get to see some behind the scenes.
Exactly. You've seen the whole season, now you get to see behind the scene. I love it. We're going to see if Ty's available. He's over in Lion's Head. He's enjoying a little bit of frosty weather there. Ty, good morning again.
Not only just enjoying frosty weather, Cameron, but I'm here with Blake, and we're just looking back on the season as Vail Valley Live, and it's definitely been one of those things. Like for him, he's like, waking up early in the morning is not easy to do. And I said, yeah, dude, I've had my alarm set for 4:30 in the morning. But even this morning for the weekend, kicking off with Vail Valley Live, as we're wrapping up our pilot winter, we're going to take our little break, come back for summer. But it began with blessed burritos, courtesy of Emma, just, thinking of everyone this morning. And so we had a pre-order. And I saw the people out in the car of the station earlier this morning. I didn't know what that was about. But then Blake surprised just now during commercial break with a mini La Marca. So, yeah, this is definitely one of those festive weekends, wrapping up our season. It's been a fantastic one at Vail and at Beaver Creek and Snow Eyes, and it's continuing the fall. And even with the extension, a lot of surprises. But also I want to give kudos and celebration to all the employees and the staff that worked the resort all winter long as well and around town, just pulling it all together. It's been a really tough 2.5 years since the pandemic and COVID-19 began, with a staff shortage and the housing market being what it is, and everything anyone ever had to endure. And so for right now, I would care to utilize this La Marca properly and our fancy little paper cups found at Carmichael's deck against the wall over there, the little water cooler cups. And this one, I'm going to send this one out to everyone, and what a fantastic season that we've had. Cheers.
I love it. Thanks, Ty. Appreciate it. Enjoy the bubbly. Enjoy the burrito this morning. Now, I understand, Ty, there's an employee appreciation party happening on Monday for all the Vail folks. What do you know about that and everything that's going on this weekend?
So on Monday, alongside with the free parking that's happening at Vail while the slopes are still open, the town of Vail is also thanking everyone for making Vail winter what it was. So there's an employee party that's kicking off. And I found that detail on the town of Vail's website, vailgov.gov or something like that, or .org. And but there's also their Instagram post that speaks of that as well. And so there's going to be a lot going on about that. And again, it's a special way that the town of Vail would like to say thank you. And you can find that same detail on their Instagram page as well as the town of Vail's website.
Absolutely. And Emma just brought up the graphic just to share about the Vail Opry Spring Series. So if folks are enjoying the weather this weekend out on the mountain, there's live music. Ty, have you had the opportunity to check out any of the Vail Opry Spring Series concerts?
It's funny you would ask. Nothing has changed much other than for the weekend, you're sitting in there and I'm out here. So maybe that will get me closer to the Vail Opry scene, because I normally rely on you to let me know what's happening out there, as far as a scene is concerned around Vail, from speakeasies, concerts and shows, chicken sandwiches, all these mythical things for those that just spend more time working than experiencing it. But I've given this valley a good 27 years, and so I've been to a lot of these events before, and I know how special they are. And so the Vail Opry, the DJ thing that you caught last time, that's great. Live music continuing on over there. And the Vail Opry, as we both know, and as we're sharing with the viewers, continues all the way till May 1st, which is closing day at Vail.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Ty. We're gonna take a look at one of the poppin' Opry spots. Rachel and Meredith had a chance to check out Vail Brewing Company, and I'll give you a little tip. Take a look. It's in this video. The start of the video, it's nice and bright outside, and then it gets a little bit darker. Enjoy.
What's up, Vail Valley Live? Rachel LaDon, your producer, here with Meredith, as you all know and love from the show. We are here in Vail, and it is Opry time. We don't really know where to go. There's a lot of great places in town, but we don't know the vibe. So hang tight, we're gonna go find a bar. Look at this puppy! Can I pet your dog? So cute! So cute! So cute!
Hello.
How was your day?
The groomed ones were good. Go to channel 17! Yeah.
Okay, we found a place.
Where are we on there?
BBC.
Vail Brewing Company in Vail Village. This place is a local's favorite. They've always got different brews on tap. We are excited to get back there and try something. Awesome.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, Mary, close your eyes. If you can name the number of people in this room wearing flannel accurately, I'll give you $5.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 5 guys.
It was only 4.
5.
Oh.
$5. Looks like Meredith has already made friends with the bartender, so let's see what's going on.
So like, oh,
Hey there.
what's up?
What's going on?
What are you guys talking about?
Beer? This is my new friend Patrick. What is your favorite beer? Let's start it off with that.
Ooh, I love the Hot Mess Blonde. It's one of our 3 all year round beers. I'm a blonde myself, and it's a very easy, smooth to drink blonde ale with a little citrus taste. It's very good. And the other two beers that we have year-round are an award-winning pale ale and like a West Coast hoppy Gore Creek IPA.
Cheers! Cheers! We got our drinks. We are happy. Thanks, BBC.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Visit Grand Junction.
Maui Jim Sunglasses were born on the beaches of Hawaii, designed to respond to the bright sun and harsh glare of the islands, all while enhancing the view. After 30 years, we're still independently owned, and the free-thinking Hawaiian spirit that first inspired us is still a part of everything we do. Our Polarized Plus 2 lenses not only protect eyes from harmful rays, they also make colors more vivid and contrast crisper. Try on a pair and see for yourself. The view's better from here.
It's beginning to feel a lot like spring. Not just out there, in here. The colors are brighter. Smells are earthier. The ideas are bigger, and the appliances are everywhere. Everything you need for spring at our best prices of the season. Feels like spring at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
Cheers to the weekend. You're watching Vail Valley Live. I'm Cameron here in the studio. We've got Ty in Lion's Head and Charlie in Vail Village, bringing you everything you need to know here on the show. Taking a look at the weather now. Beautiful outside. A little wintry mix in the air this springtime. It is beautiful though. 27. You'll see a range this weekend. Low 20s to low 40s for your weather, but there is some snow in the atmosphere. There's some moisture, some snow in the mountains, some rain down valley. If you like one or the other, just drive a few minutes and you'll find it. So, but looking good out there. Roads are moving smoothly. Looking into the weekend and into the middle of next week, like I said, kind of a wintry mix this weekend and into some beautiful springtime weather, especially on Tuesday. You see a high of 58 projected there that day, blue skies, lots of sunshine for you to enjoy. Snowfall predicted this weekend. We're looking at a cumulative 9 inches in Vail projected by our friends over at Open Snow. So 9 inches Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then the extended forecast the next 6 to 10 days, another projected 5 inches total to round out the month, to round out the season in Vail. Closing day, May the 1st. So just a week away for us next weekend. So be sure to get out, enjoy the terrain while you can. Ty mentioned earlier in the show, free parking in Vail. So that's there for you to enjoy. A little bit cheaper than perhaps we're used to. But that's our look at the weather. We'll check back in a couple more times before the end of the show. But make sure you are prepared for your day. Get those layers on. Get out there and enjoy it.
Hey, we have some chat.
We got some chat. Hey, There we are on our Facebook. So if you're tuning in on Facebook, Paul is watching from the UK. Let's see if we can pull that up. Paul Richards saying, hey, Vail, watching from the UK. Love Vail, absolutely. And he's already bought his ski pass for next season. Well done, Paul. He is prepared and ready to go. And Trisha says, way to bring the celebration, Blake. So Blake brought a little bottle of a bubbly for Ty this morning. A little bubbly, a little burrito. Enjoying the morning, celebrating.
Can that be like a new segment of ours?
Bubbly and burrito, absolutely. It's going to be Dine with Trisha and then Bubblies and Burritos. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you for tuning in with us on the chat. Thanks for interacting with us all season long. We've had a wonderful season here on Vail Valley Live, our pilot winter season, as Ty mentioned earlier. But we'll be back May 28th with our summer season. So it'll be season 3 of Vail Valley Live, bringing you all the activity and adventure this summer from the valley, up valley, down valley, and everything in between. And speaking of summer activities and adventures, the valley is really known for its art scene, surprisingly perhaps. But there are lots of great events coming up this summer. And just to kick it off with a couple free things, Moe's Original Barbecue Hot Summer Nights, presented by the Vail Valley Foundation, is coming back at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. The AMP, as it's referred by us locals, the AMP has got lots of stuff happening and lots of concerts you can enjoy. So Hot Summer Nights, presented by Moe's Barbecue. They're free concerts every Tuesday, kind of from June through August, 6:30 p.m. It's a free general admission. Show up, have a drink, have some barbecue, and have a good time. Lots of great bands performing at that. Bravo Vail returns as well. This will be their 35th season. Their dates are June 23rd through August 4th, so they got a really wide span of dates. They're bringing 4 incredible orchestras. They're bringing the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra, the Dallas Symphony Orchestra, big favorite here, the Philadelphia Orchestra, and the New York Philharmonic. So be sure to check out their concerts. They have lots of stuff, both at the amphitheater, at the Villard Performing Arts Center, throughout the valley. I know they perform a couple times at Donovan Pavilion over there in West Vail. So be sure to check out their calendar of events at bravovail.org. The Dance Festival. Vail Dance Festival returns. So for those of you who may not know, that's kind of my full-time job, is working on the Vail Dance Festival. And it is coming back in a blazing fashion. It's got 12 shows in 12 days there, July 29th through August the 9th. Lots of variety of dance. So you'll see your classical ballet, a beautiful trailer here. Classical ballet, you'll see tap dance, street dance, break dance, modern, everything in between. Beautiful cast of artists and festival favorites who've come back year over year, and also some new faces. So be sure to check that out.
Are we gonna see you dance?
Do I dance?
Are you gonna dance?
I will not be dancing during the festival. I'll be helping put it on. I'll be behind the scenes. If you're out and about during the dance festival, just look for the guy that's wearing a chest pack with like multiple radios and like I think a tape on it. It's very official. Ty has seen that outfit when we were working Winter Mountain Games. It's very official, just ready for action, ready for anything. One last piece about concerts at the AMP, and that is the GoPro Mountain Games, GoPro Mountains of Music. It's going to be one of the first music opportunities for us. There'll be a couple of bigger concerts in the lead up, but then Mountains of Music during the GoPro Mountain Games. That is June the 9th, 10th, and 11th. They've got Twiddle on the 9th. They've got Government Mule, Grace Potter, and Warren Haynes on the 10th. And then they've got the Wailers with Julian Marley and Mishka on the 11th. So they're really fun. $25 general admission tickets. Get in there, get out, enjoy the summer. Lots of concerts, art, everything to enjoy the summer here in the Valley, as well as all the athletic events we'll talk more about later in the show. I do want to see if Ty is standing by in Lion's Head. See if he's up and... Oh, he is crushing the bubbly this morning. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
That's all, folks.
Cheers. Ty, we're talking about summer. What are you looking forward to? Getting some concerts, some fun times out this summer. What are you looking forward to enjoying?
There's a few ways to look at things, Cameron. And, that's Idea's way of looking at things comes with the wildest imagination. Wintertime in Vail, right? life is but a dream, but our seasons now are seamless. That just weeks ago, people are already making their way on the river. I'm seeing duckies, I'm seeing rafts already out, people making their way fly fishing. They've been doing it since winter, but now talking about it in our spring and our summers. It's still busy now. And also, golf courses nearby are open as well. Red Sky, I believe, is open, as well as Gypsum Creek. If life is but a dream, who's rowing the viewer's boat right now? Because life is what you make of it, and here it is seamless.
Absolutely. No, it used to be the summers were a little quieter here in the valley, and now not
I
so
remember.
much. It is one and through. People are here year round, enjoying the beautiful outdoors we're so fortunate to live in.
One of many things I look forward to this summer, I spent a lot of time in Avon, longboarding around the path, though the Eagle Trail bike path, I believe is what it's called, from Vail all the way to Avon, all the way to Glenwood Springs and beyond for that trek is open now. That little construction area, I saw that post yesterday on social media. But I'm a big fan of Lakeside Cinema that happens in Avon, and that kicks off in July. I'm a big fan of Sunset Live, the free concert shows that happen at Nottingham Park. And a lot of things continue on in Nottingham Park all summer long, even just regular activities from the beach to volleyball, grilling in the park. I noticed people are already started doing that in areas, which means the grills are out. And or shall I say, have returned. The Xterra Games returns. The championships also kicks off in July. Things to sign up for, anywhere from being a pro athlete to an amateur that is looking for a spot in Hawaii, over in Maui, for their competitions. And of course, the Avon Brewau, bringing back, if you're wondering what a brewau is, it's a luau, it's Hawaiian, but it features beer, aka brewhouse. So get those coconuts I've heard about that you might want to wear, Cameron, and the grass skirt for that one. And you still have time. That kicks off in August. And then Avon Live, which is your Wednesday free concert series. And I'm also a big fan of the art in the park and just walking around town in the sun, enjoying the day, longboarding, taking the bike ride, walking with your pets or friends, and checking out all of the art installations around Avon. Now, not having to wait for summer, you can do that right now. But all the big things that happen in summer, that not just to bring guests here, but to orientate our new residents about what's available in Avon.
That's right, Ty. There's so much to enjoy if you're visiting, if you live here, you've been here for 27 years like yourself, or like me, just living here full time just this year. Lots to explore, lots to enjoy, and we appreciate your reporting on it, and we'll be checking in with you throughout. Oh, let's check with Charlie. We'll be checking in with you in just a few minutes again, Ty, and of course this summer as well, lots to bring us. But right now, let's check over in the village, see where Charlie is. Are we back, Charlie? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Hopefully you can hear me.
It's amazing. Your mouth matches your words.
Oh, life is good, right, Ty? Like Ty said, life is but a dream. But I'm here in Gorsuch. It seems like we're going to have to stay here for the time being, which is more than fine. They've got a beautiful coffee shop behind me. I mean, they make such good coffees, even decaf if you're not drinking caffeine. But they've got some sales on goggles and helmets, up to 30% off on selected items. And then if you're looking for some new sneakers or some hiking boots for the upcoming season, you can definitely find it here. So they've got everything. And they've also got some winter hats if you want to just stock up, since it is a snowy weekend right now. Or you can get your summer hats, your caps, your ball caps ready for summer. So it's all here in Gorsuch Cafe.
Wonderful. So Charlie, with just a week left in ski and riding season, you know, we've had a wonderful winter season. What have been the highlights for you this past season?
You know, well, I have been injured, so I haven't had a whole lot of ski time on the mountain as I usually like. But, you know, I've just enjoyed being kind of chill this season, enjoying time with my son. I've still managed to get out on the mountain, of course. But I am going to make sure I get out for this final week here in Vail, so I can't wait. And it's great we've had a snowfall just to get that last minute run in. So, and then we should have some nice weather next week. So I'm excited. I'm ready for that warm sunshine and the blue skies.
So Charlie, on closing day, May the 1st in Vail, are we expecting to see lots of costumes, lots of stees and funk out there on the slopes?
Absolutely, and I'm usually there on closing day, but I don't know if I'll avoid the crowds this season since being injured, we have to take it a bit easy. Plus, I'm also expecting a baby in 10 weeks, so I should maybe stay away from those fun days, but it's going to be so good. It's going to be so fun. Loads of costumes. I mean, even if you don't go out and ski, maybe go sit at Pepe's and you can, looking at Pepe's and you can have a nice cocktail at Los Amigos and watch the sights come down and check out those costumes. There's always a fun sight to see on closing day.
Charlie, do you have any particular standouts in your closing day attire over the past couple of years?
I think for me it's the guys that are wearing the jean shorts and nothing else. I like that one.
I don't know if this weekend right now is going to be the weekend for that, but maybe next weekend it'll be a little bit warmer. I feel a little bit more comfortable to do that.
I think, but somehow these guys surprise us, and even if it's cold out, there's always the bare-chested man.
Incredible. Charlie, I know that you're going to be out of town this summer, but is there anything in the valley you're particularly sad to miss out on this summer?
One of my favorite things to do with my husband is always biking the trail through Glenwood Canyon, the Glenwood Canyon bike path, which you can hike, run, walk, bike along the Colorado River. It hugs that beautiful river. It's just one of my favorite biking trails to do. Now, I'm not a huge biker, so that's quite an easy trail. So if you just like a nice cruise and it's not, challenging by any means, and you just want to take in the gorgeous scenery, I mean, you feel so tiny compared to the canyon when you're biking, but it's just so beautiful. So if you haven't done it, it's going to be open and you can just bike across, that path along the river. It's beautiful. So that's one of my favorite things to do. I do also love hiking Vail Mountain. I won't be doing that. So, I'll be sad to miss those, but I'll be back in September.
Oh, perfect. You'll have a little bit of time before the snow comes back to enjoy the mountain and all of its beauty. All the bushy and bumpy ski trails that will look so smooth over the winter time.
Yeah, absolutely, Cam. Yeah, but I hope you guys get out there and have a great summer. Be sure to check out the 4x4 tours happening in Beaver Creek. And they do have wine excursions too, which is right up my alley. So I can't wait to do that when I'm not pregnant. But yeah, check those out in Beaver Creek.
Absolutely. Well, Charlie, enjoy Gorsuch Ski Cafe. Have another coffee for us, and we'll check back in with you in just a moment. We're talking about the summer. We're talking about wrapping up the winter. But, let's talk about where we've been. And in Beaver Creek this year, they opened a brand new terrain expansion, and that's Mccoy Park, 250 acres of new terrain available for us to ski and enjoy. And Emma, who's producing the show this morning, and Trisha Swenson, one of our hosts, were there on opening day. Let's take a look back and check out Mccoy Park's opening.
January 11th, 2022. Brand new terrain opening today. Trisha, what's opening?
We've got Mccoy Park opening up at Beaver Creek. We're so excited to be able to check out the ribbon cutting and ski this new area.
We just finished a little scoping out of Mccoy. What'd you think?
Oh man, this was awesome. So Mccoy Park, open now. To get out of there, you take the reunion lift number 20, and that brings you to the top of Strawberry Park. You could always hop over to Larkspur, taking the Beaver Creek Expressway, or even over to Bachelor Gulch. Keep in mind, the McCoy Park lifts will be closing at 3:30. Main Mountain closes at 4.
It's 5 a.m. and I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage,
7,000 dahlias,
vegetables, and
brisket for dinner.
This is my happy place.
We've been coming here since 1868.
My grandmother used to say,
"Don't call me, don't bother me, I'm going out to mow."
There's a lot of cushy desk jobs out there, but
I make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com.
Visit Grand Junction.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
Welcome back, folks. You're watching the weekend edition of Vail Valley Live. I'm Cameron here in the studio. We're seeing Charlie in Vail Village, Ty in Lion's Head. We're excited to bring you everything you need to know here on the show. Now, the weather today, this weekend, it's a little wintry. Late in the season to be seeing some of these conditions, but hey, we're not complaining. This extra moisture is going to help us out this summer. Talk somewhat about fire danger and hazards. So this little bit of extra precipitation will come in handy to keep those dangers at bay. 27 this weekend, be a range. Low 20s to low 40s Saturday and Sunday. A little bit of snowfall in the future. But Tuesday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're starting to get back into the springtime feel. High of 58 projected for Tuesday. Beautiful sun coming back. Going to break in this cloud cover up as we get into the week. This is closing week for Vail. May 1st is closing day, so Sunday, May 1st, will be the final day on the mountain. And you see right here, we've got just over 68%. 68% of the terrain is open for you to enjoy this week. We'll start to see that pare back a little bit. Hopefully not too much with this snowfall. We're looking at 9 inches cumulative this weekend and into Monday, projected by our friends at Open Snow. And then in the extended forecast into closing day on Sunday the 1st and Monday the 2nd, we'll see a total of 5 inches, hopefully, during that time period. So be sure you get out there, be safe. We're seeing some snow coming down, but spring conditions are still out there. So a little bit slushier, not as firm. So you might be slipping and sliding. And also your skis might be gripping a little bit. So be careful about any, sudden changes in the terrain out there while you're enjoying it. So take it slow, take it easy. Last week of the season, don't want to have too much fun and mess up your summer. But that is kind of our weather right now. Let's see if we can check in with one of our hosts. I think Charlie is still in the Gorsuch Ski Cafe. I'm afraid she might be doing some shopping. Charlie, what are you finding over there? Looks like some sales perhaps are going on.
Yeah, well, you know, Cam, like I said, there's up to 30% off on goggles and helmets, so be sure to stock up. This is your time to stock up for next season, ski season wise. But Gorsuch Ski Cafe has really got everything. I'm already shopping hiking boots.
Whoa.
So they've got this brand on, which for me, they're one of my favorites. They've got sneakers and hiking boots, but they're super lightweight. So if you're coming off an injury, these are really good. You know, they're super light on the feet, but they're super comfortable. So come and check out all the hiking selection that they have for the On brand. But they also have, you know, regular sneakers. So they've got it all oh yeah, I just have one on. But they've got it all here, see? So if you're looking for some new sneakers, if you're coming off an injury or not, you're just looking for something lightweight, something comfortable but cute, these are really cool. So yeah, you can get sneakers and hiking boots. They've even got bathing suits here. I mean, I'm just shopping for my birthday already. My birthday's in May, and I'm just looking, what can I get?
I love it. Charlie, those hiking boots, the On Cloud, On Running, I'm not sure the proper title of the brand, but they're actually what I got last summer as I was getting out and about. They're super lightweight. I will say the one thing for folks, you know, you may notice it if you go running in them, with the square treads, they sometimes pick up a rock or two. I want to stop and dig out the dirt from your shoes if you're out and about. But they look great and
yes,
they look super comfortable.
That makes sense, Cam, actually, because there is like quite the spacing, so I can imagine how you would get a rock in there. So good tip to check out for those rocks.
That's right. Charlie, anything on your, other than, you know, hiking boots, you said bathing suits, is there anything else catching your eye? Anything sparkly or bejazzled in there that folks may need to go over and see for themselves?
Well, you know, Cam, I have been eyeing up, I know it's back to ski season and we're about done with that, but I've always been eyeing up these one-piece ski sets.
Ooh.
They're my absolute fave.
Oh, wow. A little splash of color.
They're beautiful. They're so, so beautiful. I love them. If you like a bib, this is a good bib. I love it. But they've also got these ones too. So I've been eyeing them up. I still haven't bought them yet. But I think one day, they're not in the sale, but one day I might purchase one of those. But I mean, they've got everything. You know, they still continue with the ski selection. They've got great jumpers, or sweaters, I should say. I love these sweaters. This is super cute. Cashmere is beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Well, Charlie, we're going to check back in with you in just a minute. Don't break the bank while we're gone, okay? We're going to toss it over.
Try not to.
We're going to toss it over to Ty, who's in Lion's Head, see what he's up to, what kind of trouble he's getting into. Ty, how's it looking out there this weekend?
You know, this weekend, we're talking about the snow that's in the forecast. We're talking about chasing the terrain. We're looking at getting at what's remaining open on Vail Mountain for till the end of the season, which is May 1st, if you're just tuning in to Vail Valley Live. What I want to share with you, and maybe Cameron, you can kind of pull up the report too, as far as what's closed on Vail Mountain. On the front side, maybe you can find the detail of what has changed in the past week, and I'm happy to point those things out. But lastly, I was discussing this same topic with Tricia Swenson on Tuesday. Then there was 71% of the mountain that was still open, but on the closed side of the mountain, chairlift-wise, we're looking at the Cascade chairlift number 20 right here, which is over by the Grand Hyatt Hotel. But you still have access to potentially ski back down, but there's also how it's going to be possible that you'll need to walk as far as getting back to that location if that's your orientation there, especially if you live in that neighborhood. I used to live in Matterhorn back in the day when I first moved here. So walking through the neighborhood, jumping on that chairlift 20, and then dropping over to 26, and just going after the mountain for the day, and then that reverse approach as far as walking or boarding or skiing back to that area. Chair 26, also closed for the season. That's the Pride chairlift. Everyone loves this chairlift. Blue terrain, you can still get in there in areas, but focusing on the chairlifts and how they work the grooming report. You might want to chase that each day so that you're on the better condition as far as like where there's movement. We are talking about spring conditions where it could be waterlogged or there could be some dirt or maybe a little bit more exposure. So again, we're also looking at your equipment too, changing how it is tuned for a more spring wax and or tune on your edges. But these are some of the chairlifts that are closed for the season. Still having access to chair number 19, Eaglebond Gondola, as well as Born Free. I was out here on Thursday. What's interesting is I saw the people that were taking up to the mountain definitely were utilizing Born Free, a very popular location, but not necessarily dropping into the Born Free chairlift areas. I didn't see much traffic going on through Minnie's deck. There were some lessons still going on, but still between chairs 19, Eaglebond Gondola number 19, and 8, fun stuff, people still learning up top, and then those of us that were making our way towards chair 2, which was open. So there you can still drop into. I had a lot of fun dropping into Lodgepole. I saw class lessons hitting the Eagle's Nest Ridge, making the way back through this terrain. A nice tour that you can still get in of the mountain, but also noticing as we make our way across the mountain, chair 3, people hitting that ridge line, as well as chair 4. Still access over there for you to enjoy. Northwoods, I believe, is still available, but Trisha and I were discussing, and she detailed with us that they had already closed Gopher Hill for the season, and that is over at Golden Peak, chair number 12. So to kind of keep track and also to kind of follow along and to still find a good tour, log on to Vail's website, vail.com or snow.com, and check out the grooming report, which also could be at the bottom of the crawl on your screen right there. And just chase the day and take advantage of it because, again, 71% of Vail Mountain is still open. That's a lot of terrain available to you.
Absolutely, Ty. Thank you so much for your report. You know, taking a look at Vail Mountain's website, you know, a lot of the back bowls are closed. We've got, you know, China Bowl's closed, Siberia Bowl, Game Creek Bowl. A lot of that terrain is closed, but there's still lots to enjoy on the front of the mountain. Well, Ty, we'll check back in with you once more before we close out the shows. Stay frosty this weekend. Don't get too cold. But we did want to talk about some Beaver Creek events before we toss to a quick segment. There's some beautiful just shows coming up at the Valar, some incredible shows. Starting June 28th, they'll be back in action. A couple local events, actually. The Vail Valley Academy of Dance will have a few shows there in May, but then back with concerts, a Bravo Vail concert there on June 28th. John Fogerty from Creedence Clearwater Revival. He's doing a doubleheader, doing 2 shows, June 30th, July 1st. Regina Spektor is out this summer. Kenny G. So much more. Shaky Graves. Old Crow Medicine Show. Goodness, there's lots to enjoy this summer at the Valar Performing Arts Center over in Beaver Creek. But the kickoff to summer in Beaver Creek really is blues, brews, and barbecue. They've got 12 different barbecue vendors from around the country coming out. Pit masters, grill masters, barbecue fanatics, and everything in between, as well as live music. Mark Broussard, Samantha Fish, Popa Chubby. So many live music acts this May 27th through the 29th. There's also a craft beer festival on May 28th. It's a separate ticketed event that happens during Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, but lots to enjoy there in Beaver Creek. As well as Charlie mentioned just a few minutes ago, the Jeep 4x4 mountain excursions, the wine excursions. We've got a little bit of B-roll here to share with you. But one really wonderful event happens through the end of June, so June 23rd is the first one, through July, through August, all the way up till September the 17th. You can put a maximum of 7 guests in the Jeep. You see Trisha here just enjoying life in this video. But you must be 21 or older to participate because there's alcohol involved. But really fun activity. Get out and enjoy the mountain. Have a little beverage. Have a little glass of wine while you're out there. And it's just so much fun to be on the mountain. The same slopes you may ski or ride during the winter. You see them during the summertime. Whew, look at those apps. Look at that bubbly. This is a bubbly morning, that's for sure. All right. But yeah, so much to enjoy in Beaver Creek. So much to get out and have fun this summer. Now, one huge event coming back this summer over in Vail, in Lions Head, and in Vail Village, in Golden Peak, across the front of Vail Mountain is the GoPro Mountain Game. Back bigger than ever this year, 35 events, $139,000 cash prize available, and Rachel's got more.
GoPro Mountain Games. It's a beautiful morning out right now. The crowds are slowly starting to flow in. I'm making my way over to International Bridge. We'll kick off with some kayaking. It'll be a pretty awesome day out here at the 2021 GoPro Mountain Games.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to game number 2, Friday, June 11th, GoPro Mountain Games here in downtown Vail. We have a beautiful day on tap with all kinds of events.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block & Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and it injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has a responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block & Chapleau today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block & Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
Do you want locally grown mushrooms, microgreens, organic herbs, fruits, vegetables, honey, recipes, and more? Sign up for Nap Ranch's CSA boxes now. Feel good about supporting local farmers while nourishing your family. Go to napgardencenter.com and click CSA to sign up today.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
You're watching Vail Valley Live. One last look at the weather before we go this weekend. Looking good out there. Looks like it might be February, just looking at the weather cam out there. But it is kind of snowy, a little bit chilly this weekend. Going to have a range, lows in the 20s, highs in the low 40s. For you to enjoy. A little snowfall this weekend as well. 9 inches projected in cumulative totals in Vail Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. But then another 5 inches next weekend. So still a little bit of time to enjoy the mountain. The lifts close in Vail on May the 1st. But there'll be a little sunshine if you want to get out midweek. That like 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. slot during the day. I went out last Wednesday right about that time. Like a private mountain resort. It was amazing. Just enjoy the snow, enjoy the last week of skiing and riding, and we will check out with you. We'll have a good time next winter when we're all back together on the hill. We've got a couple folks in the chat. This is Ride Divide. I think that's Barry, is it?
No, Blake's
Oh, that's
sister.
Blake. Blake's Ride Divide.
Blake's sister.
Well, Blake says, congrats on a great season. Well, thank you so much.
Blake's sister.
Oh, it's Blake's sister.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. I love that. Incredible. The Vail Daily. The Vail Daily says, thanks for watching all season. Appreciate it. Posey says, rock on. And he's commenting on YouTube. Got that, though. Yeah. Love a good emoji comment. Cheers to you all. Thanks for joining us all season long, all winter long, here on Vail Valley Live. I do want to bring in our hosts one last time before we wrap the show, Charlie and Ty. Charlie, any last tips and tricks for folks before we kind of leave the winter season of Vail Valley Live?
Well, I think now is your time to stock up for next season. And Gorsuch Ski Cafe, they actually have a sale on selected skis. They've got, from the rentals from this past season, they're all in the sale. They've got some great deals. Then they also have some demo skis, brand new, and they have a demo package where you can take them out for 4 days, and then they take off 2 days of the price of the rental from your total price. So you can buy brand new skis without the bindings, or you can buy this season, demo ski rentals from this season in sale. So yeah, come and stock up here at Gorsuch Ski Cafe. But it's snowy, it's a beautiful weekend. Get out there, dress a bit warm, it's a bit chilly, and have a great weekend.
Thanks so much, Charlie. Ty, any last tips and tricks for our viewers as we enter the summer season?
You know, as we look at wrapping up our winter season, again, we have Vail open until the 1st of May. This weekend, continuing on to the 1st of May, business as usual, lifts open at 8:30, closes at 4 o'clock. And don't forget to operate at the end of the day, where you can share your bragging rights, your yard sales, your accomplishments, tall tales, beers, nachos, and chips, celebrating the slopes and the extension as well. It's been a fantastic one. And sometimes it snows in April. And this month of April, it certainly has been a snowy one. But our seasons, like I said earlier, are now connecting to one another, not waiting for summer, because you can already hit the golf courses. People are already making it onto the water with their rafts and their duckies and fly fishing. People are already biking and jogging and just getting into it. This could be your hot boy, hot girl summer around the valley. So, yeah, stay active and get outside. You can catch me outside.
That's right. Catch Ty outside having his hot boy summer indeed. Well, Ty, Charlie, both of you, thanks so much for an incredible winter season. Looking forward to seeing you all this summer as well. But for our viewers at home, you know, today is our final day of the winter season here at Vail Valley Live, and we'll be back starting tomorrow with an off-season show, and then back in full force, in full fashion on May 28th with our summer season, season 3 of Vail Valley Live. But like I said, tomorrow morning, back with our off-season show. And just to close out the show today, here's a little taste of what you can expect.
Are you ready for summer? We are! The team at Vail Valley Live can't wait to let you know about the fantastic summer that's in store for you. We'll be returning on May 28th to give you all the details. Summertime in the Vail Valley is filled with sporting events, dance festivals, live music, and farmers market. And then there's also all the hiking, biking, golfing, rafting, fly fishing, and more. So tune in to Vail Valley Live from 7:30 to 8:30 every morning.